Everybody. Hello. I am hoping that y'all can hear me clearly. Because, baby, let me tell you something. Last week, Wednesday. So, yes, last week, when we had our first edition of the show, we had, our first episode of the show. We had some challenges here. And hopefully, you guys can hear me loud and clear. Do me a favor. If you guys can hear me in the chat, go ahead and let me know. Let me know if you guys can hear me. And then, of course, we are streaming on all of our platforms. In fact, let me highlight this real quick. We are streaming on major platforms from Google to Apple. We are streaming on Roku, Apple TV, Android, E360 TV under the Trajectory Network, Facebook, YouTube, and Fire TV. Let's give it up. So I'm hoping that you guys can hear me loud and clear, because last week I was live and didn't nobody tell me that the microphone sounded far away. Y'all make sure to let me know if it sounds far away and everything like that. We don't want it to be loud and far away. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna test it out myself. If you are watching as well, I love participation. So go ahead and just type in the chat what city and state you guys are chiming in from. While you guys are typing in the chat, I'm also gonna just make sure I can hear myself. Let me see. That we don't want it to be loud and far. Okay, it sounds crispy. It sounds crispy. Okay, it sounds like we can hear. So, anyways, we'll just continue to keep on, growing the show. We're just getting the kinks out. And yeah, man, we're getting the kinks out with the show. So let me just tell you a little bit about the show and what the show is all about, like what we plan to be doing here with the Vision Impact Hour. Matter of fact, let me pull up I want y'all to see some stuff here, right? So I'm going to put this real quick so y'all can see on the Vision Impact Hour what we're planning on doing, right? So let me pull that up real quick, 1 second, because I want to show you guys all the different segments that are available on the show. And we're looking for guests to be on the show with us. We're streaming on E360 TV under the Trajectory Network. And I just want you guys to know, we did a meeting with all of our hosts and TV shows that are on the network. And we are definitely having some record numbers. Over 1.5 million downloads are taking place with this network, and we're just continuing to grow. And so I'm really grateful to be a new member, a part of this family. And matter of fact, let me just show you the Trajectory TV real quick before we get into there so you can see who they are. And guess what? We are looking for guests to join us here. So we definitely want you guys to be a part of this and plug on in. So let me go back over here and make sure that we are live on the right page. Well, first, I'll just go ahead and show you this. So these are the different parts of the show. We have the Author All-Stars. Now, if you guys can see behind me, and I'll let you guys see it more, this is the plaque that we'll be giving out to all of our Author All-Stars. Author All-Stars is an annual magazine where we highlight 50 authors who are literally rocking it out there in the authority of being a published author, right? In the word authority, it has the word author, right? So if you want to build authority, we believe that you should be an author. But the goal is not to just be a published author, but truly leveraging your book to build multiple streams of income, to build platforms, to build opportunities. We have many authors who are being highlighted in this magazine who are doing things like launching plays and TV shows. They're launching coaching programs. They're speaking on stages and podcasts, just literally all over the place. And so this is a huge opportunity to be a part of this amazing magazine. We'll have a commercial to play about that later on. Then right here, we have Wealth in Words. Now, Wealth in Words is interview style podcasts, right? So this is where we will interview individuals who are authors, who are a part of our Book Profits Club family. And we're going to be talking to them how their words are impacting the world. Literally, it is our words that can change the world. I mean, right now, today, everybody's gearing up for a big debate, a big old debate that is going to be a part of the determination of who will be the leader of the free world. And guess what they're using during this debate? Words. It is the words that they use that will determine who people decide to vote for. And so, wealth and words is such an important podcast. It's such an important feature of this. Again, if y'all can hear me, y'all type in the chat. Let me see. I don't see anybody typing, but just go ahead and type in the chat. If you're watching this on any one of the platforms, please give us a thumbs up. Share this. Tag some people. Do your girl a favor. Okay. Then we have right here the power talk. Now, you guys are going to be blessed because on today, I've got a very special guest. I got a special guest that's going to be doing her power talk or will be airing her power talk. And she talks about how you can be retired and debt free. And so I'll be bringing her up in just a minute, guys. Y'all are going to love her talk. She is a dynamic speaker and she is going to blow your socks off. And then last but not least is As Real as It Gets. And As Real as It Gets is a segment where I just want to talk about some real stuff. So, in this segment, we will also possibly every now and then have a special co host that will be with us. But we're going to just be having some real raw conversations. And today, I want to give you guys the 3 reasons why many entrepreneurs are not succeeding in today. Okay. So, hopefully, you guys are going to roll your sleeves up and do not take offense when I tell it like it TI is, because that is how I rolls. Okay. So real quick, I want to also make sure I share with you guys Trajectory TV. We're going to play a couple commercials and then we're going to get into the Power Talk. Secret to running a successful family childcare business with DeShonda Jennings. Her unique approach intertwines early childhood education with faith and compassion, creating a nurturing environment for our future leaders. DeShonda doesn't just stop there. She's also empowering fellow providers through her innovative childcare coaching methods. Featured in influential outlets like Soigné and Swank, We Empower, and more, her impact is widely recognized. So if you are an aspiring childcare provider seeking to learn how to build a successful business, make sure that you reach out to DeShonda today. Go to her free resource, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com, where you can download her ebook that's going to teach you the mistakes that people typically make when starting a childcare business. Again, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com. We will see you there. TV. Okay. So that is how you're going to be able to find our show utilizing the app. So you'll be able to watch it anywhere you are, anywhere streaming platforms are, you can actually plug in and download that app. Okay. Now I'm going to try to play some commercials, child, because listen, I was trying to use a different technology today. Because Wednesday, it tried to embarrass me, child. I really sat down and made sure I tested it all out. And your girl was still getting some challenges, but we're going to keep our fingers crossed. We can play a couple commercials and then we're going to get into our power.
Hey y'all, it's Deanna Jean, your collab queen. And experts come to me when they are ready to enhance their visibility, their impact, and their...
Hey future business rock stars, I'm Peggy Adrian, and I am with Leaders for Life Consulting. And I am here to help you transform your solopreneur journey or small business into...
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, y'all? I can't even hear it. Can y'all hear it? I can't even hear it, child. I don't think y'all heard it. Let me see. I didn't hear the commercials. See, that's what happens. Yeah, no, the audio wasn't playing. I don't know why. So we'll have to figure that out. I don't know. Audio was not playing. Okay. Hello, Mary Evans. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. So yeah, audio wasn't playing, so we just gonna go ahead and keep it on moving, y'all. All right, well, let's see here. How we gonna play the commercials? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Let me try. Oh, you can hear the commercial? Okay. Well, let's go ahead. I'll play the commercial again. I don't hear anything. Let me make sure. Okay, well, if you say you can hear it, are y'all sure y'all can hear the commercial that was just playing? Okay, I don't know, child.
At Tanyel Miller Fitness, we are firm believers in healthy living from the inside out. Our team of experts is dedicated to helping moms and caregivers evolve into the best version of themselves. With a master certified personal trainer, a certified nutritional coach with a medical background, a licensed clinical social worker, and an accountability coach, we provide holistic support to help women drastically decrease depression, build confidence, and prioritize their health and well-being. Our goal is to help you transform your body, mind, and mood so you can reclaim your happiness and thrive. Discover the power of fitness from the inside out. Find out more at fitbytm.com.
All right, and we're going to play a couple more.
Hey, future business rock stars. I'm Peggy Adrian, and I am with Leaders for Life Consulting, and I am here to help you transform your solopreneur journey or small business into a revenue powerhouse. If you're ready to crush the bottlenecks, create some actionable items, and elevate your business to where you've always dreamed of, you're in the right place. With my proven strategies, personalized guidance, we will unlock the potential and get you to new heights of success.
And again, guys, I just want to reiterate that our show, we air every Wednesday and Sunday at 8 o'clock as we get these kinks out, y'all. So listen, thank you so much to everybody that is joining in live. I see we have Destiny here as well. Thank you, Destiny, for being here. Hello. And guys, tag at least 2 to 3 people that you know probably need to be retired or wish one day to be retired and debt-free. So again, these are all of our segments down here, as well as all of the networks, the channels that you can find our show on E360 TV under the Trajectory Network. So real quick, y'all, I'm gonna play about 2 more, and then we're gonna get into this amazing Power Talk.
The vivid streets of innovation. Step into the vivid streets of innovation with Blue Impressions Publishing. We're the pros in creating books with purpose, helping authors, coaches, and consultants to actualize their dreams. From custom coloring books that speak to your clients, to workbooks that set off fresh concepts, and self-help books that navigate your personal journey. Fire up your creativity and increase your income with Blue Impressions. Find out more at yourartisticexpressions.com. where words and art meet.
Hey y'all, it's Deanna Jean, your collab queen, and experts come to me when they are ready to enhance their visibility, their impact, and their revenue. But the experts that I work with, they want to do that by collaborating with other experts, and we do that in our Success Tribe. Sound like your jam? You want to go ahead and join us in our Success Tribe group? Just go to thesuccesstribe.com, and we can't wait to see you there.
Everybody, so let's get into this power talk. So the young lady I'm going to be bringing to the stage, guys, she is a powerhouse. And shout out to everybody watching on Instagram too. We're streaming on Instagram too. So shout out to you guys. But this young lady is a powerhouse, and I'm going to tell you guys, she's going to light up the stage. She was able to be a speaker at our Author All-Stars conference that took place last December. And we do have our Author All-Stars conference that is coming up this December. So it's going to be amazing. And I believe she's even another keynote at this one coming up. So let's go ahead and get into this. Y'all, she is talking to us about how you can be retired and debt-free. Not only is she retired and debt-free, y'all, she's been traveling all across the world, not just the country. She's been in multiple countries this year, just really being able to share the good news to individuals, and she is doing her thing. So without further ado, I want to introduce you guys to Bertha Winston. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get on your feet for Bertha Winston!
Hello! Woo! Don't y'all look good? Oh my goodness! Oh, hey! I am so excited to be here today. Oh my God, in Hot Atlanta, that's what I call it. Hot Atlanta, that's what they call it. Wow, I mean, I'm telling you, last year this time, I was here to represent one of my friends, But little did I know, this month, I will be here myself representing me as nomination of Author of the Year. Hey, can you get excited? I am honored and I am so grateful. And I just want to give it up for Miss Taurea Vision Avant. Let's stand to our feet and just give it up for her. She has worked so hard to make this conference a success. I know she has unsleepless nights and, oh my goodness, just to make this. Taurea, we love you. We appreciate you so much. And thank you for making this possible. Well, today, I would like to know how many in this room is planning on retiring or have retired? Hello. All right. You know you work 40 hours a week for 40 plus years, and then you decide you want to retire. But guess what? You find out you don't have enough money to retire. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm so excited because this year, this month, the 28th of December, I will be retiring from corporate. Can you get excited? Hi, wow. Today we're going to talk about why baby boomers, any baby boomers in the house? Yeah. Retire with too much debt. Wow. But before I do that, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Bertha Winston. I am an author. I am working for a lawyer. Not too long after this, I won't be. Excited about that. I am a mother. I am a wife to the same man for 54 years. Y'all can do the math. Lovely husband, grandmother, and great-grandmother. And, you know, life is just good. So anyway, I want to give you a little bit about myself. I grew up in North Carolina. Any North Carolinians in the house? Woo! Yes, yes. I grew up on a farm making, in the hot sun, from sun up to sundown for $2 a day. Yeah, wow. That's $2 a day. At the end of the year, in December, we got a bonus, y'all. Just enough to buy a little bit of clothes, a little bit of food, maybe a little bit for Christmas. You know, in the country you have that, you know, the nuts and the candy and oranges and apples and things like that. That was our Christmas. Wasn't too much about toys. Anyway, you know, that was hard work. Anyway, how many in here have ever worked on a farm? Hey, stand, mama, if you can. Oh my goodness, she know what I'm talking about. See, I thought it wasn't gonna be anybody. But mama, you pick cotton and chop all that kind of stuff from sun up to sundown like me? Oh man, that was 60-some years ago. Let's stand for mama. Let's stand for mama. Mama, I gotta hug you. So she know what I'm talking about. That was hard work. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So the owner of the farm had an agreement with the school system. They had to promote us because we had to work on the farm. And you know we prayed that it rained every day. But it, but it didn't. So those days we had to go to work. But I just, you know, opposed to $2 a day, making $60 an hour now. Oh man, can you get excited about that? Okay, now, I had some unfortunes in my life as well. My mother, I'm the oldest of 11 with my biological family. I'm the youngest of 6 with my foster family. So my mother gave her first two kids up for adoption. And my sister was more fortunate than me. She was an only child, and their foster parents was very, very good to her. When my foster mother died, I guess about the age 5, 6, something like that, I went to live with my foster sister. She abused me. She mistreated me. She even got locked up for child abuse. But God. But God. Not only that, my foster brother decided at an early age, till about my teenagers, he would molest me at opportunity he got. You know, people you trust, you don't expect them to take advantage of you, but he did. But God had a plan for my life. Jeremiah 29 says, I know the plans that I have to you, plans of good, not to harm you, but to give you an expected end. I don't look like what I've been through, y'all. I'm still standing because God is on my side. Yes, yes, yes. Hello. And so at age 14, I moved to Washington, D.C. with another foster sister. It was very good to me. What a blessing. I love her today. I love all of them, even though they mistreated me. But anyway, transitioning from North Carolina schools to Washington, D.C. schools was a bit of a challenge, but I got through it. And in May of 2023, I wrote my book about my story. Nicole, can you come assist me? This book, I never told anybody about my life. I never told anybody about my story. But this book, Love Like You've Never Been Hurt. How many in here have been hurt in life? I know, yes, all of us have. We've been hurt. Some worse than others. But let me tell you, you have to forgive. God is a God of forgiveness. You have to forgive. If anybody in here having a problem with unforgiveness, I need you to come up here. I have 2 books. First 2 who come up here will get a copy of this book. Anybody? Struggling with unforgiveness. If you're struggling with unforgiveness. Okay. Let's get. You gotta forgive no matter what you've been through, because God is a God of forgiveness. All right, now we're going to talk about 3 tips why baby boomers retire with too much debt. Step number 1, insufficient planning and savings. What did I say? Insufficient planning. We baby boomers, when we were entered into the workforce, we were only told about a pension plan. And saving for retirement was not encouraged. But I want to tell you, if you are employed, you really need to start planning for your future and retirement, because you don't plan to work the rest of your life. I didn't plan to work as long as I'm working. I'm 73 years old and I'm still working. But God, December 28th, I'm shutting it down, y'all. I don't know about you, you know. When I retire, I want to do what I want to do. I want to enjoy my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. I want to travel. I want to do what I want to do, because I've been doing what other people wanted me to do long enough. So I want you to take advantage. Most employers have a contribution that you could take advantage of, and they contribute to it. It's called 401k, maybe 401b, maybe TSP. You may even want to think about getting an IRA account. You really have to start planning for your future now. The day that you start working, you should have been planning. I worked this 10-10 rule. I work 10, I pay God his tithes, 10%. I hope all you are doing that. You don't have to pay your tithes, or you just pay a contribution to charity contribution. And guess what? I pay myself 10%. Everybody, if you have a job, you need to pay yourself, because you need to start investing in yourself. Name some of the things that you spend money on that you probably don't need. Clothes, okay. You might want to start taking some of that money and investing it in an IRA account or in a retirement account, separate from the contribution that you're making. We need to invest in that. Didn't you hear her say, Sarah? Invest in yourself? Yeah. We need to invest in ourselves. So I take the other 80% to pay bills. Because I said, if I can pay Netflix, I can pay Discover, Master, Visa, I need to pay myself. After all, I'm the one working, not them. And they ain't giving no interest. They want that bill every month without fail. Because what happens if you don't pay the bill? It's going to be cut off. So no, I'm not doing that. Step number 2, high level of consumer debt. Woo! We all fall into that category. That's a big one right there. Did you know that the United States is the most highest debt consumer in the world? In the world. Think about that. The U.S. is the highest consumer debt in the world. Accumulating credit cards, balances, mortgages, auto loans can deplete your finances. Did you know that 51% of people, when they get their credit card, they only pay the minimum amount? The minimum. 51% only pay the minimum amount. How many of you read your statement when you get it from your credit card? Oh, wow. You might better start reading it because it says, if you only pay the minimum amount, it tells you how long it's going to take you to pay that credit card off. So that lets me know that you're really not paying the credit card. You're paying them interest and making them rich. You're going to make somebody rich, so why not yourself? That's what I discovered. I'm not going to keep making them rich. So if at all possible, you need to pay your credit card off when you get the bill. You don't need to max it out. Because that's what we do. My mentor, Ivy Stokes, said, interest is the penalty you have the advance to use that you cannot afford. I'm going to say that one more time. My mentor, Ivy Stokes, says, interest is the penalty you pay for the right to own something that you cannot afford. You just said some of them things that we can't afford. So if you can't afford it, you're getting it on time. And the Bible says, the rich ruleth over the poor. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. How many slaves we got in the house today? You might as well raise your hand. You know, you will get that credit card and go buy that Coach, go buy them Uggs, and all those things that we really should be investing in ourselves. Putting it in an account somewhere where you're going to get interest, because that's what I decided to do. So, let me tell you what I did. At 62, 11 years ago, I decided I wanted to retire. But I found out I could not retire because I didn't have sufficient money to retire. So what did I do? I had to change my mindset. I had to change my thinking. And I said, if you keep doing the same thing that you're doing, you're going to keep getting the same results. So what I did, I took a look at myself and I said, Bertha, you got to make some changes. So I started applying how to eliminate debt, how to restore my credit, how to get an emergency fund, how to get an investment. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was in credit, my debt up, like some of you are too. You can relate to that, right? And also, I had no emergency fund and no investment. And I said, I am not going to continue to be slaves to the lender. After I applied those strategies, they are worth strategies, because you got to strategize your way to wealth. It's not going to happen overnight. You got to use some strategies, y'all. You really do. So, after applying those strategies, guess what? I have now an emergency fund. I mean 6 months to 12 months of funds in case there's an emergency. And trust me, an emergency will happen. My credit score is 800 plus. I have several investments now. Several. And I have paid off over $300,000 in debt. I have paid off all my credit cards. And I left them at home, so I don't be using them down here. And I tell you, God is good. It hasn't always been that way, but so I have this client that I work with. He and his wife paid off $100,000 in debt in 1 year. And now he has a credit score of 800. This is what I do, and this is how I can help you get there too. And my third and final tip is, how I want to put this. Health insurance. When you retire, you're going to need substantial health insurance. When you're working a job, because there are more employees, you don't have to pay as much. But when you stop working, your medical expenses can skyrocket in 2 or 3 days. Lord behold, if you have some medical issues. And you know, at 65, they make us get Medicare. And I was so upset when I found out that I had to pay for it after they done took money out of my check for 40 years. And now I got to pay back into Medicare. I got so upset, I called Social Security. I said, why do I have to pay Social Security? I've been paying all my life. She explained to me why. It wasn't that legitimate to me, but hey, I had to accept it. But they taking it out anyway. It doesn't matter. You know, like Uncle Sam, they take your money before you get it. So so you need to really look at that, because after you leave that job, health insurance is very, very expensive. So I encourage you to research your medical and your supplements, because Medicare is not going to pay all of it. You have to have a supplemental insurance. So we talked about 3 things today. Tip number 1, insufficient savings and planning. Tip number 2, high level of debt, consumer debt. And number 3, we talked about health insurance costs and supplemental insurance. So, Bertha Winston, why should I do business with you? So glad you asked. As you can see, I'm very passionate about being debt-free. And I would like to help you become debt-free. Because you know, when you have a lot of debt, you're stressful. So I want to help you get debt-free, and I want you to get stress-free as well. And as you can see, I would like to offer you my free gift. 7 tips on how to retire and be debt-free. You could scan the code, you could go to my website, or you could text me. Is the phone number on there? I don't see the phone number on there, but you can text me at 202-503-8491. 202-503-8491. And The first 10 people who text that can get my book today. 202 503 8491. And the website is www.retiredanddebtfree.com. www.retiredanddebtfree. And that phone number again, 202-503-8491. And I only have 10 books with me today. So in closing, my name is Bertha Winston, and I teach retirees, those who are planning on retiring, become debt-free, eliminate debt, repair your credit, and become stress-free. That's my time, and I thank you for yours.
Calling all authors of all genres. Taurea Vision Avant here, and this is your invitation to shine with the trademarked and nationally recognized Author All-Stars magazine. We have your golden ticket to global recognition and unparalleled networking. Listen, if you are an author, no matter how long you've been one, we want you to be a part of this magazine. But the challenge is we only accept 50 people. Last year we had over 1,000 people to actually apply, and we did over 200 interviews, and we selected 50 people to be a part of the magazine. Well, this year we know that that number is going to grow. This magazine is an ocean of opportunities with our extensive distribution across 500 outlets globally, ensuring your work not only reaches but impacts a diverse audience. We're going to actually have the award ceremony in Atlanta, Georgia on December the 6th, where you get an opportunity to come on out, dress up, and be recognized as one of the 50 Author All-Stars. But first, you actually have to apply. Once you apply, if selected, we have two different options that you can choose from. We have the listing feature, where we spotlight your journey on a 2-page spread with a group of articles, testimonials, and sponsors. You actually get to include sponsors to be a part of this. Or you may select our higher level, where we only have 5 of these packages available, our cover story feature, where you will get a 4-page spread, you will get additional media exposure, and our VIP seating at the Author All-Stars Conference. Listen, if you want to be a part of this magazine, all you need to do is go to authorallstarsmagazine.com, apply today, lock in your spot, look out for the interview though, okay? So if you are selected, we will interview you and select you to be a part of this magazine. Can't wait to see you there. Congratulations in advance. And I'm muted. How y'all doing? So did y'all love Bertha? Bertha's talk was amazing. She is so powerful. Her story, I mean, literally, guys, I don't know if y'all were catching some of her story of just what she has gone through. She is one of those people where, where we say, dang, I wish I could have known their story. And she's been able to do that. She's put it in a book, and she's impacting the world with her words. I am looking real shiny. So what I'm about to do real quick, because this, you know what I'm saying, is dab a little powder on my face. Because what y'all not gonna do is y'all not gonna be telling me that I was looking real shiny on, you know what I'm saying? So we just gonna keep it all the way real and funky and honest and true. Okay, so let's just how we doing? Am I looking cute? Okay, cool. Okay, so let me shout out y'all in the chat. If you're in the chat, definitely. Thank you so much, Destiny. She says that was dope. Mary says nice. Y'all make sure y'all drop those comments and tag some people. Let them know about what we're doing. So I want to talk to you guys. I have created a topic that I want to talk to you guys about, which is going to be discussing something I think is very important. And so I'm going to pull this up real quick. I think this is an important conversation, and it's all centered around why business owners do not succeed. And so I'm going to just say this disclaimer. If this is your first time ever hearing me as a coach, I am known to operate with a little bit of a velvet hammer, and today will not be anything short of that. I'm going to be telling you some So real information, and just to kind of give you a breakdown so you know who I am and that I'm qualified. Um, I've been I've been an entrepreneur since shucks, 1999. I started this world of entrepreneurship. I got into the space, and hold on, y'all. Let me see. I guess we're still live, so it's fine. But I got into the space of entrepreneurship in 1999 for 10 years, though. 10 years. I was unsuccessful. And the three reasons why I believe I was unsuccessful is why I'm going to tell you what was happening for me for those 10 years. And I mean, honestly, I wasn't really an entrepreneur for 10 years. I was more of a tripreneur. I tried everything. I've sold vacuum cleaners. I've done door-to-door sales. One time I took a job where we were selling siding on walls of houses. What else I did? Insurance. I got my life and health insurance license so that I could sell life insurance. Never did it. I had the property and casualty insurance so that I could do bail bonding because I was a bail bondsman woman for some months. I've done telemarketing. I listen. I even see, some of y'all don't know nothing about this, but back in the day, there used to be this thing called commercials. You know what I've been playing on the show? Because, people log off on the commercials, right? But they used to have commercials on regular network TV, late night infomercials. And they used to have these late night infomercials that would tell you about how you can become rich selling trinkets and doodads. Baby, I signed up for everything under the sun. Anything where it was telling me that it was an opportunity to make some money, I was signing up. But the problem was that I was quitting. And so on today, I want to go over with you guys what I like to give you are 3 reasons why businesses do not succeed. So right here, I've got the 3 reasons, but we're going to break it down, and then I'm going to give you 10 tips on the last. Okay, is that cool? So let's get into this first. Let's get into this. The 3 reasons why. Number one, why I know for a fact, and I don't have a long time, so I got to get through this, Lord. This can literally be a whole 1-hour conversation, but having no clear plan. Y'all, I was the girl who would see squirrel. And what do I mean by that? So it meant literally anytime somebody dangled a new opportunity in front of me, I was like, squirrel. Like, what is that? What is this? What is this? All over the place. Literally no clear plan. I just knew that I wanted to make some money. I knew I wanted to have my own business. I knew that I wanted to be able to wake up when I want to wake up, do what I want to do. But I really didn't have a plan on how I was going to do it, right? It was just the idea. It was sexy. You know what I'm saying? And today more than ever, I mean, you have so many people that are just pushing the idea of entrepreneurship, but not really telling people about creating that plan. And so what I typically see a lot of entrepreneurs, when they get into business, they start looking at what other people do. And might I just say the majority? And how many of us know that the majority of most entrepreneurs are not having any major level of success? So we go look at, I just got off the phone today with a millionaire coach, a fellow millionaire coach. And she was just talking to me how she has done so many partnerships with people who you would think were really like, these are people who are coaching and have $50,000 programs and literally have no doggone idea what they're doing, how they did it, but they selling these packages, right? And I mean, the integrity of it all. It's like we look left, we look right, we see other people talking about a thing, and now all of a sudden, that's what I want to teach on. And I am going to generate an introduction. I'm going to generate a marketing plan. I'm going to generate a product and service based on what I see other people doing. And I'm here to let you know, if you do not have a plan, this is the saying, those that fail to plan to fail. You might as well just give up. I'm going to be honest. And so you got to have some sort of a plan in place. You got to know who is it that you want to serve. Not all people in the world. That's 8 billion people. Baby, you do not, listen, not even Elon Musk, who's one of the world's richest men, serves all the people of the world. You have to know who your target audience is. Not even Oprah Winfrey, who is one of the wealthiest women in the world, serves all people of the world. You have to know who you're going to serve. And then you got to know how you're going to serve them. So you need to know who, what specific challenge they have, and what is the solution. The more specific that you can get with that, the better. And y'all, by the way, this is called As Real as It Gets. Let me play the little thing real quick. Hold on. It's called As Real as It Gets. Okay, so I'm about to get it real. This is not no play. Number 2, poor money management. Bruh, sis, you made $1,000 today. You know, in my book, I have a book called A Vision to Freedom. Well, that's what it used to be called. It's now called A Six-Figure Vision, right? And in that book, I actually teach what to do with a dollar. It's a principle that I learned when I was in network marketing. After being in business for 10 years unsuccessful, it wasn't until about 2009 that I actually got into the industry of home-based business. And I don't know if we have any people here that are in that industry, but I got in the home-based business. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Yes, okay. Lisa is with me. Hey, Tracy, right? Y'all with me on the squirrel, right? And so I got into the industry of home-based business, and I started to learn principles that allowed me to learn how to hustle. Okay, how to get focused and how to hustle. But one of the great things that we also talked about in our company, and this is where I was able to have my first level of success, mind you, 10 years. So I started in 1999. I had the squirrel, what are we gonna call it? I had the squirrel syndrome, where I was all over the place trying everything under the sun, a professional tripreneur. And it wasn't until 10 years later, 2009, I finally found something, and I made a decision. It was actually after my father passed away, that I was gonna stick with one business. I was not gonna have the squirrel syndrome. I was not gonna be all over the place. And it did take me a minute though to find the one business, but I got into the industry of the home-based business industry. And one of the things we learned was what to do with a dollar. And I find that many entrepreneurs, when we make $1,000, we think that $1,000 is all for us. And then we don't invest into anything. We don't put it back into our business. We just go and spit a check. And I'm telling you guys, if you are not learning how to properly, not even just properly, break down your money, but allocate your funds, you will find yourself out of business. And this probably, even for myself, has been one of the bigger challenges, because think about it. None of us really, for the most part, if you are like my family, we never talked about money. In fact, the only conversation that we ever really had about money was how I could earn an allowance by doing chores, but it was never a conversation of how to invest, how to multiply, how to, grow it. None of that. And that's no fault to anybody. I don't blame anybody, but it has been something that, as an entrepreneur, which also was not taught, it was caught, how to be able to properly allocate the funds so that every month I can still have a business that operates and grows. We do know that the reason why a lot of businesses go out of business has everything to do with how they're allocating their money. And many times you'll see somebody get a lick, right? Hopefully y'all know what that means, get a lick. They get a lick, and what is the first thing that many people in our culture go do? We'll go and buy a car. Because you made 20,000, you want to go buy a car, or you go buy a watch, right? This is my trophy. What type of carrying on is that? You know what I'm saying? Instead of reinvesting that money back into our business so that we can have more exposure and more growth. And the third reason is ignoring marketing. Guys, I can't tell you how many times I come across entrepreneurs when I ask, how are you marketing your business? Now, as you guys know, we work with authors, right? We work with authors who are speakers and coaches. That's what we do in our company. That's why we have all these different segments that are designed to really help authors get on those platforms. And like today, I was doing an interview for our Author All-Stars magazine. And, the question that I typically ask, I did 3 interviews, and I always ask, how do you market your book? And do you know, a large majority of everybody that we ask, they typically say, well, I have my book listed on this infamous third-party website that everybody is striving to have their book listed on, right? Guys, how many of us know that that's not marketing? Listing your book, that's like saying that my book is in the bookstore. Well, who's going to know that your book is in the bookstore unless you actually market it to people for them to go get it? The same goes for your products. The same goes for your services, guys. And then let's just even be more real honest. We're posting. So we're so caught up in let me post. But yet we have 100 friend requests that are now still waiting to be accepted. So we're posting in front of the same people who are not buying, who are not purchasing, but we have 100 new potential people that we could be connected to. I mean, guys, we're just not investing. And so I want to go over 10 things that you should be investing into. And this means financially. So when you start making the money, and I don't have a long time, I got to get ready to wrap this up. But when you start making the money, guys, you got to be willing to put some coin, some skin in the game. So I'm going to go through these. And then what we'll do on next show is we'll talk more about this. And if you guys have questions, if you want to know more, this is as real as it gets. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is not fluff. I'm not a cheerleader. I did cheerleading 1 year, my whole life. And I realized I didn't want to do it. I used to be confused. I would be at the games like, why are we cheering them on if they're losing? Yes, you want to have support, but no, it's not. Oh, it's okay. It's all right. We're going to get it. No, it's not okay. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It is not okay to keep doing the same routine. We have to make sure that we are learning new principles that will allow our businesses to grow. And majority of businesses do not invest into marketing. They think if I post enough on Facebook to the same people who are not buying or liking or even sharing, then all of a sudden my business is going to grow. So let's get into this. I have 2 minutes and then I got to wrap it up. Facebook and Instagram ads, Google ads. Do you have a professional capture page? A lot of us are using these things like link trees and sending people to all these different links. That's like sending someone to cheesecake and saying within 1 minute, hurry up and pick something to eat. And they've never been there. It's too much. You need to have one website that you can send people to where you can capture their information and then redirect them. Do you have SEO services? That means you're optimizing your pages so that they can be found based on who you serve, what their challenge is, and the solution that you bring. That costs money. Video marketing. Are you investing in? And by the way, you can do some really good videos nowadays with your phone and utilize different tools and softwares that will allow you to edit them and create captions and all type of nice things that you can literally be able to create. Content creation. So, are you creating content like a blog? So are you creating videos? Are you creating trainings? I teach our Book Profits Club members, you should go live once a week and do a broadcast. That is content creation. And then have a call to action where you're sending them to your lead capture page. Are you launching ads? For those of you guys who are authors, do people even know that you have a book? Well, why not launch an ad specifically for your book? Because it's a low ticket product, that is a product that you can actually run ads for and be able to produce amazing quality leads. Public relations, investing into media. Guys, if you want to be on media outlets, there's one of two different ways that you can really do it. Well, one of three. Number one, you can hire a publicist, and a publicist is going to cost. And if you want a really good publicist, you're going to have to pay more for it. It is not free to get publicity, okay? Number two is you can pitch yourself. But if you don't have the relationship, sometimes it can be difficult to get into different platforms for free. And then number three is you can position yourself in opportunities where you might have to make an investment. I know people who have invested to be on podcasts. I have a friend who invested $10,000 to be on a podcast. From that podcast, he was able to walk away with over 6 figures in profits. Now, everybody might not be financially in the position to invest $10,000, but some of us can find podcasts that have a great reach where we might even be able to have a commercial to play. It could be, oh, my camera froze. Y'all can hear me though, right? You see what I'm saying? Do you see what's going on with this technology? And didn't nobody tell me that the camera was frozen? Child. Well, I really don't know if you guys are going to, can y'all hear me still? If y'all can hear me still, well, that's great because it just happened. Oh, okay. I'm like, what the world? I don't know how to fix it either, but we about to wrap this up anyways because the show does have to be off. Y'all can still hear me though. So what I'll do is I'll switch over to here real quick. Hopefully, let's see. Uh, oh no, I don't want to do it like that. Let me just do it like this. So yeah, guys, so public relations, and that's something that we actually assist our Book Profits Club members. You don't even have to be a BPC member and we can help you to get some publicity. We're actually doing a Forbes.1 article and we're looking for some individuals to be a part of this. And I actually have four, including myself. So it'll be five of us, but four of my millionaire friends that are going to be a part of this article and they're going to be sharing this out to their network. So it's going to be a huge opportunity. And then speaking coaches or programs. So finding coaches that can actually assist you. Listen, we'll go over that next week since y'all can't see me. The ghetto. That's okay. Y'all, we're going to get this together though. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to have to switch to a different platform. This is the platform that we're told to use, but it's just not giving. It's not giving. You know what I mean? It's not good. Because right now, if I look at my camera is just fine. Hold on, let me see something real quick, y'all. Let me try something else. Yeah, it's just not giving. Oh, there we go. How y'all doing? See, I mean, why would it do that? Why would it do that like that to me? But anyways, y'all, so that is our show today. I hope you guys got some value. Listen, if you guys want to stay connected with me, if you want to know more about how we can help you, if you're a speaker, you're a coach, and you really want to be able to take your business next level, I have a very simple link. It's all you got to do, guys. I believe every speaker and a coach should be an author. So regardless if you're an author or not, let me show you how to get to $10,000 a month working 2 to 4 hours per day. Just simply go to www.10kbook.com. Again, now if you go to this is going to give you a masterclass that literally, guys, this is a $500 class that I'm offering to you for 100% free. www.10kbook.com. Register for this free masterclass. Then you're going to be able to learn more about what we're doing with Book Profits Club. You can even get my books. If you go to 10kbook.com and you want to get some of my books, like the one, a 10K book or even a 6-figure vision, just go to 10kbook.com. Y'all, it's been a privilege and a pleasure. But I'm getting excited because the more and more we do this, we get better. But now I got to go before the show cuts off. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed Sunday, and we will see you guys on next Wednesday. We'll be live on next Wednesday at the same time. All right, y'all. Bye, y'all.